Stay with me, okay? Please. I recently was watching Rogue One, and it's the opening scene, right? Krennic's arriving, Saw Gerrera tells Galen Erso the Empire's coming. Everything's tense, Jin's about to run, and then freeze right there. Not on Jin, not on Galen, not even on Krennic. No. My eyes locked on the milk. Yes, the milk. It's just there, sitting in the middle of all of this impending doom, like, but don't forget to drink your milk. And then it hit me. I've seen that milk before. Cyril Karn. Andor. So, in my head, I'm like, here we go again. And then questions started. Like, how much milk is in Star Wars? Why is it everywhere? Why are there colors? So, obviously, I fell into a wiki wormhole, shout out to Wikipedia, and came back with what I can only describe as a dairy manifesto. Hey everyone, I'm Nikanak, and I make videos twice a week about everything I question and overthink. And today, we're talking about milk in Star Wars, and we're covering all of it. Blue milk, green milk, pink milk, milk stands, moof milk, and all the other milks in Star Wars. Because apparently, in this galaxy far, far away, the Force is strong, the Empire is evil, and everybody's got calcium needs. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, my first question was not the types, but why does it matter? Why is it here? Why does it keep showing up across trilogies, across characters, across completely different storylines? Because in Star Wars, milk isn't just a drink. It's a signal, a small but deliberate visual cue to show us who a character is, where they are in their journey, and how closely they're connected to the world around them. Now, this is the first time we see milk in Star Wars, and it's blue milk, served in a cup during dinner at the Lars homestead. It looks like a throwaway detail, but it isn't. Blue milk symbolizes familiarity and naivety. Luke is still a teenager, stuck on Tatooine, unaware of the war, the rebellion, or the Force. This is a moment of stillness before everything changes. We see it again in Rogue One during the opening scene in the Erso household. Blue milk is visible on the kitchen counter, but just like in A New Hope, the meaning is there. This is Jyn Erso's childhood home, quiet, safe, a family trying to live off-grid. The blue milk connects it visually to Luke's home on Tatooine, simple, untouched, normal. Minutes later, that piece is broken. Krennic arrives, Lyra is killed, Jyn goes into hiding. Once again, it marks the boundary between innocence and everything that follows. Now, decades later, we meet Luke again, but the version we see is different. He's in exile, alone, surviving on Ahch-To, and now he drinks green milk, directly harvested from a sea creature. This moment is strange, even jarring to some, but it's not just there for comedic purposes. It shows us how far Luke has removed himself from society, technology, and the Jedi as we knew them. More or less, green milk equates to survival, isolation, hard-earned sustenance. This isn't a drink from a farm, it's a drink from the edge of the galaxy. It takes effort to get. Ahch-To, the place he's exiled himself to, is the site of the first Jedi Temple, and the creature he drinks from, the Thala-Siren, is native to the Force-rich planet. So when Luke drinks this milk, he's not just keeping himself alive, he's literally sustaining himself from the original source of Jedi history. This scene shows us a character who has gone back to the beginning and stripped everything down to the bare essentials.
Is that how you've been presenting yourself to the world?
Then we have Cyril Karn in Andor, an unemployed man living under his mother's roof eating cereal with blue milk. This is a different kind of symbolism. Here, blue milk isn't really about innocence. It's about control and repetition, a desperate attempt to hold on to order when everything else has fallen apart. The same milk that once symbolized potential and a future now marks a loop he can't escape from. So milk in Star Wars is never just milk. Luke's blue milk shows us a boy at the edge of of destiny. Jen's blue milk echoes a life that was ripped away. Luke's green milk reveals the cost of survival and self-isolation. Cyril's blue milk signals a man trapped in a life he can't control. And that's why milk matters in Star Wars. But here's what really caught me off guard. It's not just blue and green milk. There are multiple types of milk in the galaxy. Different animals, different planets, and different meanings. And while these ones don't carry the same symbolic weight as blue and green, they do tell us something else. That milk in Star Wars is everywhere. Let's start with pink milk. It shows up in the Santa Staros comics, and it's called Pa Axter milk. A drink you sip because you can, not because you need to. Moreover, the Empire literally keeps a herd under guard to stop people from stealing it. That's how rare and expensive the stuff is. So basically, pink milk is a luxury. And in stark contrast, there's nutritive milk, which doesn't appear on screen. It's described as a cheap, high-protein milk used by rebel civilians and partisan fighters. Functional, boring, sustenance. This is wartime milk, designed to keep people alive, not make them feel warm and fuzzy. It's the polar opposite of pink milk, and that contrast kind of says everything. And for me, it only goes to show that Star Wars doesn't just care about who's drinking the milk, it cares why they're drinking it.
Chewie, we're home.
Now, next is moof milk, which we only hear about in The Force Awakens when Han Solo says,
Hey, some moof milker put a compressor on the ignition line.
Uncle plucked it.
It's meant as an insult. So even in a galaxy far, far away, you can still get roasted for your job in agriculture. And finally, there's a whole catalog of regional milks buried in cookbooks and Wikipedia. Wilk milk, dray milk, soy milk. Some are used in desserts, some get turned into cheese. None of them are plot points, but they're proof that someone out there really sat down and thought, what if this alien had a dairy industry? And honestly, respect. I respect that. That's such an interesting detail. And I never thought I would be talking about milk this much, but here we are. So, milk matters in Star Wars. It's in the movies, the shows, the comics, even the theme parks, and it always means something. Anyway, thanks for watching, and now remember, question everything, even me, and especially your milk. That sounded so weird. Bye, guys.